Hi Cancer, my lunar brothers and sisters, welcome to your fortnightly reading with me, Raphael from Radiant Reality. It's an absolute pleasure to have you. Thank you so much for being here. Thank you so much for joining me. Quick note, these readings are for your sun, moon and ascendant sign. So whether you're a sun, moon or rising sign, Cancer, this is for you. Remember, the general readings, not everything's going to resonate with everybody. That is just fine. You should always use your own discernment. So I'm putting out, obviously, a fortnightly forecast. Rafi needs that break as well, so happy holidays to you. Before we start, I would like to bless my decks of cards with all forms of love, light, peace, prosperity and abundance, and I pray that the messages that come through are ultimately clear and concise and they help you on your path to your highest vibrational good. So for your key to the fortnight, you have, let's have a look, let's see what's going on for us moon children. All right, so you've got the devil card, all right? So somebody's going to be overindulging over this fortnight, darling. It's probably coming out for me, to be fair. My Cancer moon's like, home, you say, for 2 weeks? The Cancer cave is well stocked and I will not be coming out. This bear is up for hibernation. All right, so look, jokes aside, you got the devil card for the next 2 weeks. So at this time, the sun, obviously there's no astrology in these, but the sun at this moment in time is moving through the sign of, well, it's just at the tail end of Sagittarius as I'm putting this out, but we'll be coming into Capricorn very, very shortly, which is literally the other side of the zodiac to you. So at this time, sometimes people can, sometimes we feel a bit more depleted in a sense. Now, I will say the devil card can be about addictions, habitual patterns, it can be about obsessions and all of that, but it can also represent hard work. It can represent where we are in our lives completely unyielding to letting something slide or go. And so you can channel the devil card into really hard work, right? So it's not all doom and gloom. Now, for your actions and options, you have the Four of Wands. I mean, look, I want to be wherever I want to be where the Cancers are. I want to be where the Cancers are this fortnight. You got the Four of Wands. This is celebrations. It's good news. It's having fun, right? It's just all of that. And with the Devil card, I am expecting fully to see at least 4 or 5 comments in the Cancer video telling me how you overspent, you overdrunk, you overate, and you loved every freaking minute of it. So I'm here for this. In terms of the options that are available to you, unless you decide otherwise, this holiday season can be truly wonderful. If you see or feel somebody trying to bring the mood down, snap them out of it really quickly. For your communications and conversations, you've got the Temperance card. I love this. For those of you that are partnered, just in general, actually, for all of the Cancerians, right? The Temperance card very often represents a remedial action of some sort. So there's a chance here, if you've had problems, challenges or issues within the family unit, within your relationship, with your colleagues, etc., this week or this fortnight, you could have a lot of conversations that go a long way to mending the rift or healing the problems. So I love this, especially because you've got it with the Four of Wands. So there are reasons to celebrate. For those of you that are studying or in some form of academia, I think this break restores your hope, faith and love in the studies that you're doing. I think the break is like the perfect thing for you to say, okay, I can breathe now that I've had a minute and I've stepped away from it and my brain doesn't feel like it's been assaulted with, a WKD bottle. I actually realize now that I do love what I'm studying and actually I really do want to go down this path. For those of you that are employed by somebody else, if there have been problems or issues with the workspace, and I know a lot of you have had lots of career developments this year, but for whatever challenges or issues you've had, there's going to be some kind of bonus, some kind of gift, some kind of tap on the shoulder, maybe even just a really kind word from the boss to say, look, you know what? We know that you've been under it this year, but you never quit and you're still here and we just want to say thank you. Like there's something that's said to you that goes a really long way towards appreciation. For those of you that are business owners, entrepreneurs, solopreneurs, people that work for themselves, there's some kind of burying of a hatchet or some kind of resentment here, which I really love. And you've got this with the Four of Wands, which suggests some kind of growth or expansion, and maybe even a reason to celebrate. I think for a lot of you, This is going to see you really starting to understand maybe the connections that you have that are worth keeping and the connections that maybe it's time to phase out and to release. So I love it. All right. It's not the easiest of energy for those of you that are business owners, but it is the energy that you need. For those of you that are retired and no longer working, one of the ways that this potentially shows up for you, excuse me, one of the ways that this potentially shows up for you is you could be the point around which the healing happens. So you might be the person that facilitates or creates the remedial energy that is needed to, maybe you facilitate, siblings reconnecting after an estrangement. It could happen at your house. It could happen because of what you say. There's something that you are helping to mend here, and you're doing it all while probably quite tipsy, it looks like. Oh, I'm totally here for it. For saving the world, one glass of wine at a time, darling. For you. Sorry, it's just me being me, man. All right. So look, you've got the Death card for your love and relations. So to get sober for a minute, I'm not drunk, by the way. Just thought I might outline that. So you got the Death card, right? Endings, completions, culminations. You've got the Death card with the Temperance card. This is a conversation that ends a problem, a challenge, or an issue within a relationship. Is it going to be easy? With the Devil card here, probably not. Is it a hard conversation that needs to be had in order for the relationship to move forward? Yes, absolutely. Will it be an emotional time of it? Absolutely. We're coming up to the Cancer full moon as well, so there is that to consider, right? So, and this is the thing, while you are the moon child, it's also worth noting that you're the full moon is a time where everybody is that much more sensitive anyway. The full moon in Cancer is where we're all that much more emotional, some more than others. And so this is something to consider, because not a lot of people are astrologically aware, or, they don't buy into any of that stuff. So they most of the time just act like morons and they don't really understand why. And then the transit passes and they're like, oh, I just feel a bit better now. Go figure. But yeah, look, there's some, for those of you that are partnered, married, or in long-term commitments, there is some kind of shift in the relationship. That's one that needs to happen. It's not going to be easy, but it will totally be worth it, and it will create the transformation that's needed within the relationship. For those of you that are single and looking, look, I'm going to tell you straight up, this is not the fortnight for it. Have the fun, have the enjoyment, have the pleasure, the leisure, the overindulgence. Be that person that's the willing ear and all the rest of it. Your time for love will come, all right? It's probably just not right now. The New Year, New Frequency program is up and out there for your purchasing pleasure. Remember, it's energy work that you do in your own time at home. You don't have to, you have to be anywhere to do anything. You literally just go through it sequentially. Trust me, there's nothing else like this out there. And I'm really, really proud of it. So check that out. You can get it on the link in the description box below. And for your, oh, come on, brain. For your year aheads, your Astro Taroscopes are up and out there for your purchasing pleasure as well. You can get that on the link in the description box below. For your money and materials, you've got the Judgment card. There's a big shift coming in when it comes to your finances over this next fortnight. For some of you, it might just be an idea. For others, it might be some kind of information or some kind of input that comes in. And when it does come, I think this is going to get you to see things in a much different light. But the funny thing is, you've still got this hazy sort of holiday bubble cheer, too much food, too much wine thing going on. And then it's like there's some piece of information that comes in that gets you to see something and you go, right, okay, now I have to really get my head in the game. So there's going to be something that pops up over the next fortnight, some piece of information that really highlights a potential way through to make something expand. Now, you've got these three major arcana cards. Those are big, right? This is a pretty big deal. For a lot of you that are so inclined and so sensitive, you might have a visitation from a loved one over this fortnight. You might pass it off as, oh, I ate too much last night and so my brain was overactive, or, maybe I drank too much and so I had really funky dreams. I think this is going to be a dream, a visitation, a hand on a shoulder from a loved one past who's no longer with us. That is going to, I just feel like it's going to be the thing that you need, and it might make you really emotional. And I'm going to say, not for the emotional part, but keep it to yourself. This is a message that comes in for you and for you only. And the reason I say that is because Temperance card with the Death card, that tends to be like ancestor stuff. You've got the Temperance card here as well. Sorry, the Judgment and the Death card, that tends to be ancestor stuff. With the Temperance card, there's some kind of message here that comes in from a loved one past. So, and then finally, when it comes to your home and environment, the Judgment card brings things to a change or a completion. There's something that needs to be released or sacrificed here in order for you to move forward with all of the good. I kind of like these cards, and I love that the fact that you've got this Four of Wands in the actions and options, because it's like I like Cancers in the room, and they've got everyone by the scruff of the neck. It's like, you will have a good time, and you will laugh, and you will cheer, and you will sit there, and you will be kind, and like it just escalates, and everyone's like, okay, Merry Christmas. Like, that's kind of how I see this unfolding. It's like, you will enjoy yourself whether you like it or not. And it's funny, right? And because sometimes that's what, when you need like something just to break the tension. These aren't necessarily the easiest of cards, but underlying it all is a thread of happiness and joy, reasons to celebrate, and the mending of problems, challenges, or rifts in some regard that really pushes things forward. With that said, whatever you do or don't celebrate, from my heart to yours, I just want to say a massive thank you so much for all of your support throughout 2023 and beyond. It really does mean the absolute world to me, and I hope you stick with me. So I got lots of new awesome stuff coming in the new year that I think you guys are going to love. And yeah, with that said, whether it is Yule, Hanukkah, Kwanzaa, or Christmas, whatever you do or don't celebrate, wonderful holiday season and a very happy new year for you for 2024. Take care, and I'll see you soon.